Hey everybody, hope you're good. If you're new around here, hi, my name is Abby, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. So in today's video, I will be doing a review on the Nivea Sun Sensitive Immediate Protect SPF 50 plus spray, and this was actually requested by one of my subscribers, and I thought actually I haven't done a Nivea sunscreen review in a while. So I looked it up at my local supermarket, and I think at Superdrug as well, yeah, and I saw it. But when I checked online, I saw that it was cheaper on justmightlook.com, so I ended up getting it through justmightlook.com. So if you were looking to get this after this review, then I think Just Might Look still has the cheapest price on this if you're bothered about, you know, saving a few pennies. So this spray, so there are a few different options for the Nivea Sun Sensitive Immediate Protect range, but this is the one I got, and this is what it looks like. So this was requested by somebody who left a comment on my other Nivea review, which is the Shine Control, you know, the face sunscreen. So I thought I definitely want to try another Nivea product because I quite like that one. So a few things just before we head into the review. I have oily skin and I have acne prone skin as well, but I'm managing my acne and I'm keeping this glow through my Dermatica subscription. I used to get a subscription for tretinoin, and now I'm currently still on my azelaic acid, 20% azelaic acid prescription, but I will switch back to tretinoin very soon. So I did have a baby a couple months ago, so I couldn't use tretinoin, hence why I'm on the azelaic acid. But yeah, my skin has been kept pretty much clear from acne. So if you're thinking acne prone skin, where's the acne, it's because I'm using my Dermatica subscription. So back to this. A couple of things I usually talk about in my sunscreen reviews, if you're new around here, is the finish, filters, and again the way it feels. And those are pretty much the three things that I more or less care about. So that's really what's going to affect how I feel about any sunscreen, really, as somebody with oily skin who tends to lean towards the matte type of finish to most sunscreens. So just FYI if you do notice a bias. Oh, and of course the price as well. So the sunscreen I bought for just under £8, and of course I will list the claims on the screen as well so you can follow along. Okay, so some of the claims are on the bottle, but I'm going to go by the site as well because it tends to have a lot more information. So this SPF 50 plus sunscreen is a spray, so it has, you know, the typical spray on it, and I have tried this for a few weeks now, so I have a well-rounded opinion on it. So according to the Nivea website, so it says it's soothing, it's water resistant, it actually has a biodegradable formula, and the material is recycled. It doesn't mention the biodegradable formula on it, but that's actually a really good shout out. Yeah. On the back it has a 4-star UVA rating, and of course I've already mentioned it's SPF 50 plus, so it's above SPF 50. And then I'll just read the little blurb about the actual sunscreen itself. It says Nivea Sun Sensitive Soothing Pump Spray immediately protects against UVA and UVB rays as well as sun-induced irritations. The sunscreen with bio aloe vera and jojoba oil is unperfumed, water resistant, and soothes sensitive skin especially. The formula is 61% biodegradable and respects the ocean by being free from UV filters, oxynoxate, oxybenzone, and octocrylene, and free of microplastic. Product packaging comes with 95% recycled bottle without cap and pump in brackets. So it does advise that you shake the bottle well, apply a generous amount before sun exposure as you would, and especially after swimming and perspiring and toweling as well. Of course you need to allow the sunscreen to absorb to form a film. It gives you a general advice on how to actually manage yourself and respect yourself in the sun, that you should not stay out in the sun for too long, and obviously you shouldn't just rely on your sunscreen, yada yada yada. The first thing I want to say about this, apart from the price, it's very well priced. I love the fact that it is unperfumed, you know, fragrance free, and I like the fact that it has a non-greasy claim to it. So if you didn't know anything about it, and obviously you have concerns because either you have oily skin or you just don't want a sunscreen that's overly, you know, emollient or too greasy, it does say it's non-greasy. And the fact that it's water resistant as well is a bonus. Obviously you can take this if you're going to a beach, you know, that type of location, and you can at least have some level of confidence that your sunscreen isn't just going to wash off the minute you get wet, which is amazing. For other sunscreens, like say Bondi Sands, they tend to give you a limit, like say a number of hours that the sunscreen is waterproof for, but you don't have that with this. So you don't know how long it's going to be water resistant for, but you know, I assume at least maybe 2 hours or so. I mean, there's just like a finger in the air type of guess, but it would be nice if they could actually state how many hours for. That would probably be a bit more helpful. So as I've already read from the copy, it contains aloe vera and jojoba oil. So because of that, and the fact that it actually says it's non-greasy, that kind of confuses me a bit, because obviously jojoba oil is an oil. But from trying this, I can actually say that it does have some shine to it. It's not matte. It doesn't promise to be matte. It's slightly above, say, the natural finish, but it is extremely comfortable. The formula of this, like this formula is so nice, so smooth. It actually sinks into the skin, and I'll tell you why it sinks into the skin. It's because denatured alcohol is the second ingredient after water. So do bear that in mind if you have some, you know, sensitivity to alcohol. Alcohol does serve the purpose of either increasing the penetration of an active ingredient, helping the formula be a bit more cosmetically elegant. So i.e. it, you know, wears really nicely, blends into the skin really nicely, and I'm sure a host of other properties to it as well. So because of that, alcohol does feature highly. When you spray it, you smell it, but it's not like, you know, a face full of alcohol. So I have tried this on my face and on my body. I love the finish of this. So the finish of it is very natural, slightly shiny, slightly dewy. It will give you basically the best glowy skin you've ever had, but without the expensive price tag, and without, I want to say, the grease, because it gives you a healthy glow. So it's not something that you can't wear if you have oily skin, if you're not on your matte business. Okay, so if you only deal with matte sunscreens or cosmetics in general, you probably don't want to try this. But if you don't mind a natural finish or something that's a bit glowy but not greasy and not heavy, most importantly not heavy, this will be a really good sunscreen for you. Again, if I haven't already mentioned, it is, you know, broad spectrum, so it has UVA and UVB protection. The UVA rating, as I said, it's 4-star UVA, so just 1 star below, you know, the gold standard. That is really a good amount. You get a really strong UVA protection from this. So I'll read off in terms of the filters. Okay, so this contains homosalate, avobenzone, tinasorb S, and it contains Juvenol T150. Those are pretty good filters, really good newer technology UVA filters, and your more older generation UVB filters. So would I recommend this? I would, if you, despite having oily skin, as in for your face, because again, if I haven't already said, this doesn't actually say it's for the face or for the body, but by default it's to call it a body sunscreen. But as somebody who has oily skin, I still use this, and I actually really like it. It sinks into the skin really well. It almost kind of after your first application gets a little bit more matte. Again, I'm guessing that's the denatured alcohol in here that's helping it settle into the skin. It settles really nicely, applies within seconds. I don't have any issues with pilling or balling up, and it applies under makeup really well. It reapplies really well as well, and it doesn't irritate my eyes. It doesn't promise to not irritate. So again, if you're applying it and you have particularly sensitive eyes, try it and see if you want to risk it, or just totally, you know, don't apply it around your eyes and just use another sunscreen you can that you already know won't irritate your eyes. But for me, I don't tend to have the issue with, you know, eye irritation a lot. Only a few sunscreens have actually done that. In terms of whether or not I would actually recommend it, I would, if you don't mind a natural / slightly glowy finish. And glowy doesn't mean greasy. I did not say greasy. I said glowy. So it's really, really nice. It basically just gives you the best glowy skin for summer or any time of year, I guess. If you just want to look healthy, well taken care of, like, you know, you have your taxes in order, you pay your bills, you have a good job, you're living the good soft life, this sunscreen, this affordable drugstore sunscreen will do that for you. So I really, really like it. I'm actually really, really glad that somebody actually recommended that I try this. I'm hoping this is the option that she wanted, because again, when I did search, there were a couple of different options and a couple of different designs for the same bottle as well. And of course they have a kid version, which I'm going to be recording the review for this as soon as I'm done here with this review. And I'm pretty sure there are other finishes or other options for this, but given that it's Nivea is a huge brand. But will I recommend this? I would definitely recommend it if you don't mind a natural, slightly glowy finish that will give you very healthy looking skin, if you want that, and who doesn't want that? So definitely I would recommend it, but just know that it's not because it's matte, if you like a matte finish. So yeah, hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. If I did, if you want to leave a comment below, please do. Don't forget to like. That would really, really help me out, get this video shared out by the YouTube algorithms, and subscribe if you want to keep up. I do have some other sunscreen reviews on my channel. I will link a playlist so you can watch and, you know, peruse, see what else you might like on this channel, and stick around. And also don't forget my usual warning again, don't just rely on your sunscreen to do all the protecting. If you can, try and stay out the sun some of the time. Again, it's not about running away from the sun the minute it comes out like you're some kind of, I don't know, Dracula or something. It's just more about making sure that you don't overly spend a lot of time in the sun thinking your sunscreen is going to do all the work for you, because it won't. There's only so much it can do. And just knowing how we are as humans, we don't apply enough. We don't. Even when we think we do and we reapply, we probably still don't. I don't, for sure. And I love sunscreen, and I do sunscreen reviews, as you can see. So yeah, just take care in the sun. We still have quite a few, I want to say a few weeks of really good weather in the UK, so I'm going to take advantage of this and, you know, get out in the sun as well. So it's not like I'm hiding out in the shade all the time, but yeah, just take a healthy, balanced approach, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And of course, don't forget to top up if you can, if your schedule permits. Don't forget to top up as well. That definitely does help, because again, sunscreen, once you've applied it, doesn't last all day, even if it promises to. I'm pretty sure the way we do, there'll be patches that are missing. So you definitely want to keep that barrier up by reapplying if you can, at least once during the day. And then, you know, you've done the Lord's work and you can be you can rest. So yeah, until next time, stay blessed. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.